All right, well, first up, I would like to ask to speak to us Miss Johanna Bishop. Johanna is an active member of the Greenwood County School District 50 School Board. She's going to share with us some wisdom of what it was like to run for office, the importance of running for local offices like this, and also share a little bit of what she does in the school board should any of you wish to take that step and run for a position like that yourself. So please give a round of applause to Johanna.
I saw him standing here and I was like, oh, I hope I don't fall. But thank you guys for inviting me to be here today. As he said, I am Johanna Bishop. The main thing for me is I started out as a single parent. I started out as a single parent, and my children went to Greenwood School District 50. I ended up going to Piedmont Tech, graduating, and then what I did is ended up working for the city of Greenwood. And when you work for the city, you learn a lot about Greenwood. You learn a lot about what's going on here in our community. So I worked in the finance department where we did business licenses. We took care of hospitality tax. I mean, a lot of these things you might not even know about. But I learned about government by working for the city. So I had worked for the city for 12 years. And I was at church, I was at an event, and I heard that a seat was coming available on the Greenwood School District 50 board. And one thing about me is, even being a single parent, I wanted my children to learn to read. I wanted my children to love to read. I bought books. I made sure I read to them. I made sure that the teachers had my assistance with dealing with them. But it's easy for me and my kids. And when I think about it, so many times what we do is we talk about things are not right, but we're not willing to do something to help bring and help support and make things change. So when I found out about that seat, I talked to my husband, and I told him, I said, well, what do you think? You know, because that's a big step. I didn't know what it entailed. I didn't know what I would need to do as a school board member. But I wanted to get in and learn. So what I did, once he said it was fine, I went ahead and checked with the voters registration office. And I actually lived in the area to be able to run for that seat. And I signed up. And the main thing, my platform, and always, I just believe in my heart, if I haven't done something, there's no way for me to know what is expected of me until I actually am in that position. So one thing about it is, my platform was, I'm going to go in and see and learn what I need to do and what is expected of me, and I'm going to do my best. So now that I've been on, and next year will be election year. I've been on, this is my third year, next year will be my fourth year. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. We've had all types of ups and downs. We've had to find another superintendent. But one thing about being on a board, you're only one, and for my board, of 9. So when we make a decision, it's the board's decision. It's not Johanna's decision. It's not any other board member's decision. It's a collective decision. And when the board speaks, that's it. That's it. And to me, it just meant a lot being a part of our community. It means a lot to be able to go and volunteer, go and do things that other people don't see that needs to be done. So I encourage everybody to just get involved. Do what you can to help. If you see that there's a problem, instead of complaining about a problem, get up and do something about it. That's what we're here for. We're here to help our sisters and brothers. We're here to be good neighbors. We're here to, if you see a problem, like I say, I just want it to be a part of the solution, a part of making sure that we give our children the best education possible. And to me, Greenwood School District 50 is one of the best school districts I have ever even encountered. We have a wonderful administrative office. As a parent, I saw from a parent's perspective. But as I got on the board, and for me, I'm one of these people, I believe in being involved. I will go up to the district office and sit down and ask questions. A lot of the stuff you see at the board meeting is way different than what actually is going on behind the scenes. If I have a question, I'm going to ask. I'm going to, if something's not right, I'm going to say, why is this not, what's going on? I need to know. That's my job. That's what I got voted on for. And, it's very important to me. So like I say, I encourage you, you're already involved. You're here at this meeting. You're already involved. But the thing is everybody's voice is very important. And when I look at it, I'm not just representing the children in my area. I'm representing every child in Greenwood School District 50. Every child. It's very important to me. Because one thing I know is the more everybody loving on every child, everything we can do, all the money that we put into those schools, everything will help them have a better education. That's what we're there to provide. So thank you for your time. Thank you for inviting me. You got a question?
Yes. Testing. Yeah, we do have questions for you. So let's make sure that it can get heard.
Yes.
Charles, go right ahead, sir.
Are you guys allowed to go into the schools and talk with the principals and teachers on the ground type of
That's
the question. So
basically what he was asking. As a school board member, am I allowed to actually go to the schools to talk to the principals, teachers, anybody involved? Yes. And that was one of the first things that I did. Once we hired a new superintendent, it was very important to me to make sure that, because what the school district used to have is a big a big rally, going back to school rally for all of the employees, and everybody would have to get together. This superintendent wanted to be different. Because he was coming in new, he wanted to go to each and every school. Now that was interesting because I'm a realtor as well. That was interesting for me to be available to go to each school because we have a lot of schools. But I felt like it was my responsibility to go with him to each school, to be available, because see, I was new as well. I want people to know who I am. I want people to call me if they need to call me, and people do. Anytime there's an issue, if there's something I can help with, I try my best to, but with some things, they have to go through the chain of command. Because if it comes to the board, and I've already heard from it, I've got to recuse myself. But the thing is yes, we can go to the schools. I try to make sure if I want to go, I go ahead and have it scheduled. Because it's disrespectful to just show up to talk to a principal. But yeah, my children are at Dr. Mays, Dr. Benjamin E. Mays. So I love that school. I'm still mama. I got to be a parent. But anytime anybody feels like they need to talk to me, they do. And that's what I love about. I just love serving. I love helping others. If there's something that shouldn't be happening, and a lot of times it's the line of communication. People aren't comfortable with just speaking about what is going on. But yeah, we can go into the schools. We do go into the schools. And one thing that I like about this board is we talk and we help when we can.
Johanna, I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
For those that might be considering running for school board, how much time commitment does it take? Now, you mentioned you're a real estate agent, so you've got a job.
I do.
How much additional time does a school board take up in your world?
A lot. You have one scheduled meeting every third Monday of each month. However, if something comes up and it needs to be taken care of, there's a call meeting. We've had a lot of different things that we've encountered and that we have decided to go towards doing, like say for instance, we're getting ready to do our year-round calendar. That is a modified calendar. So I mean, 2 years ago we went through and we had all kind of meetings. We had the community come out, express how they felt. But we had multiple meetings about with that. I mean, whatever comes up, we have multiple meetings.
Thank you. Tori, you have a question?
Yes. Will you be continuing District 50 to have dual enrollment?
Yes, ma'am. As far as I know, yes, ma'am, we're going to be doing dual enrollment. I think that is one of the best things that we have a lot of great things. I tell everybody all the time on the board, as well as the superintendent, that I don't think we talk about the things that we have that can help further these children. My son, he actually was able to do dual enrollment, and he graduated 2 years ago. He's now at Erskine, but because he did that dual enrollment, he's further ahead at Erskine. So those are things, and I mean, the children can actually even graduate with an associate degree. I mean, that's amazing. The partnership that we have with Piedmont Tech and Lander, I mean, it's really going to catapult our children further along and then save money as far as, having to pay for college.
Well, thank you. Now, in your agendas, on the inside of the agenda, you should see a list of all of the positions that are up for election. All the positions that are up for election, both in November in '96 and next year for the rest of the county. Take a look and see if there's a school board position you may be interested in running for. Now, I won't ask Ms. Bishop here what her intention is just yet, put her on the spot. But take a look yourself, and maybe you can use Ms. Bishop as a resource if you have any questions. Audrey, yes?
I want Ms. Bishop to how much compensated for all of these hours that she worked with the school district. Okay, and with that, I want to say thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service.
You're very welcome. I'm compensated. So thank you.
Thank you, Joanna. Everybody, round of applause again. Thank you for taking the time to speak. I like this.